Hi, this is Pat Ray again from Pat's Prevention and Treatment Services. This is anger management. This class is also part of parenting and substance abuse. So if you are also engaged in those other programs, this is part of it. So first thing, please get a piece of paper, print your first and last name on it so I can read it. Put today's date. The type of group is anger management. And the topic today is coping with anger. All right. I also am going to need a progress note at the end. So I need for you to write down 3 things you thought about, learn, would have liked to have talked about, or questions that you might have had. This is a one-way street right now with me doing all the talking. When I give you credit is when you are also participating by taking down the information and also completing any tasks that I provide in the video. Now, if you are being referred by somebody, I need to know who that is on the paper. If you are paying for this yourself, I need you to either call and pay over the phone, 217-954-1128 or 217-766-9132. Or you can send check or money order to 300 South Broadway, Suite 110A as in Apple, Urbana, 61801. Or you can come to the office between 9 a.m. and 1 p.m. to drop off the exact change, drop off any homework. You can come Monday through Thursday at between 5 and 6 to drop off. So you have those options for payment and dropping off paperwork. You will take a picture of your progress note and email it, pat@changeisachoice.org, or you can put it in a text to 1-766-9132, or you can drop it off at the office between the hours I mentioned before. All right. Okay, so today we're talking about anger and coping strategies. Number one, anger is normal emotion, and it can range from mild irritation all the way up to rage and fury. So what anger is an emotion. It just is. It comes, it goes. It's not good. It's not bad. It's a bodily response. It's an automatic response that the body has. And we are not inferior or weak because we feel anger. We are human. However, it is our demonstration, how we present, how we demonstrate our anger that can be problematic. Okay, so we're going to talk first of all about what sets you off. Triggers and warning signs. What sets you off? Is it people who lie to you? Is it people who steal? People who drive too slow? Is it your child whining? Is it your spouse nagging? Is it people whose hair is green? What is it that triggers you? Okay, so that's one of the first steps in managing anger, is to identify what kinds of situations usually trigger your anger. So could be things like being cut off in traffic, running late for an appointment, other people running late, you have to wait on them, your son or daughter leaving their school bag in the hall, your partner not putting away the dishes, or a colleague falling behind in his or her duties, which puts more stress and work on you. Those are some, and you, on your paper, need to add your own. Okay, that would be good. So, some things that we get angry about can be avoided. Some of them, if we planned ahead, thought ahead, remembered to think ahead, we might avoid them, like running late, things like that. Now, sometimes things happen and you can't help it. I know one day I was on track, getting ready to go. I was going out the door. I had my dog. My dog saw a squirrel. I didn't have a good hold on my dog's leash, and she shot off and ran down the street. And, it took me a while to round her up, which then made me late. So things happen. All right. Other situations are less in your control, which is like the dog, such as being cut off in traffic. However, no matter what it is, dog running loose, cut off in traffic, running late, those things are maybe something that happen, but we are still 100% responsible for our demonstration, our reaction, what we do, our behavior. We are 100% responsible. It's not what happens in life, it's what we do, right? Now you may say, oh no, people make me mad. Situations make me mad. In reality, it's not what happened, it's what we thought about that we felt angry about. So again, taking ownership. I'm responsible for my feelings and I'm responsible for my behavior. Okay. All right. So now on your paper, I want you to write down, how do you know you're getting mad? What are your warning signs? So what is it that usually happens in your body when you get angry? Becoming aware of your body's alarm bells, so to speak, help you to spot it early on. So, which then gives us a better chance, right, of putting some kind of coping strategy in place before it comes full circle. So, everybody has their own warning signs, but some might be getting tight in the chest, feeling hot or flushed or sweating, grinding teeth, tense muscles or clenched fists, pounding or racing heart, biting your nails, getting quiet, pacing. You know yourself. That's what we're learning about, self-awareness, paying attention to self. So think about it. What do you do? How does your body respond? What is your behavior when you are getting upset and angry? Again, early warning gives us a chance. I know I'm getting mad, therefore I can do something about it if I choose. What am I angry about? There it is. What am I angry about anyway? Stop and ask yourself, when you feel these sensations, you feel these bodily warning signs, ask yourself, what is making me angry? Often it's something reasonable to be angry about. So allow yourself to acknowledge it. Okay, I'm feeling angry about this. I'm mad. Okay. And that's okay. But it's also to be clear about, just because we know what made us angry, it doesn't allow us to get out of proportion, like staying angry all day without someone else, just being quiet, sulking, being grouchy, being irritable all day long over something little like somebody drank the last bit of milk out of the refrigerator. Okay. Or taking out the anger on the wrong person. So I may be angry at my boss, but I take it out on my wife, my husband, my kid. Or it could be that I am angry because of something in my self-talk that goes back in my life. So figure it out, pay attention to it. Now, what do we do once we have figured out what we're angry? When you notice yourself becoming angry, there are some things that we can all do. After the awareness hits, then it's our responsibility, not somebody else's, but our own responsibility to take action. One thing that we can do is get away from it. Get away from the person, the situation, or the place. Take a time out. Remove ourselves from it. Now, you may say, it's my boss. I just can't walk away. I get that. So, if you can't say, excuse me, I just need to take a moment, I'll be right back, because you're fearful what might happen there, then you're going to have to learn to go someplace in your mind. Yeah, go someplace in your mind. Think a happy thought. Tell yourself, okay, just stay calm. I can resolve this. This is going to work out. I'll figure it out. Just let me stay calm. So go someplace else in your head. So either get away physically, find something to help you cool down during that time. Take a brisk walk, go take a shower, whatever. Distraction. If you can't change the situation, it can help to distract yourself from whatever's making you angry by doing something else, listening to some music, calling up a friend just to chat, watching a funny video, doing some exercise, doing some housework, whatever, something that will distract us in that moment. So if I'm stuck in traffic and I'm getting angry, I might try to turn on the radio or find a song I like, or what I have done in the past. I hate to be caught by a train where you got to wait 20 minutes, that kind of thing. Always kept a book in my car. Yeah, kept a book in my car, and I would just read it. Now, I have the phone, the trusty phone, and I can go to, books, articles, news, whatever I want until the train has passed. Okay, so distraction. A really good one is silly humor. While it's not always possible to laugh your problems away, you can often use humor, to take a step back from your anger. For example, if you're angry if you're angry at a colleague and refer to them as a stupid clown, think about what that means. Literally, imagine him being a clown just in the moment. Another thing that I do is for myself, for those of you who are old enough to know who Lucille Ball is, and I Love Lucy, they have some of the funniest videos there is. Old physical comedy, stupid stuff. At any rate, I watched that a lot growing up. And I have times when I'm doing something and I'm feeling frustrated, like the morning I dropped my keys at 5 o'clock in the morning when it was dark. I dropped my keys in the garbage can outside, the big old garbage can container. And so what do? I've got to drive to work. So I dump the can and I'm going through it and I'm just, and all of a sudden I pictured myself as Lucille Ball. Now, some of you may not have the privilege of knowing what I'm talking about here. So I want you to Google Lucille Ball and see how many, if any, clips you can pick up. And one of those she was trying to keep up on a conveyor belt with chocolates. And the chocolates were coming down and they were falling off before she could get them in the box. She started eating them, boxes started going everywhere. It was a funny moment. So I pictured myself. That's what I call my I Love Lucy moment. I'm digging through there, things flying all over the place, and I couldn't find the keys. Guess what? I had another spare key, good thinking. When I got to the office and I was doing something, I reached to my back pocket and there were my car keys. I love Lucy moments. Laugh. Silly humor. Relaxation. That's another way to cope with our anger. Just as our bodies are strongly affected by our emotions, we can also influence our emotions by relaxing our bodies, our physical state. So you may breathe it out. You may try tensing your muscles, hold them as tight as you can, and then letting them relax. You can do that all over your body. Start at your feet and work your way up. Relax. Maybe, going and getting a massage. Whatever it might be. Giving yourself a pedicure. Put your feet in some warm, bubbly water. Whatever might work to help you relax. There's a couple of last things and then I'll wrap this up. Self-talk and good thinking is important. You talk to yourself all day long, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Your mind is going and you're having a conversation. And what I would ask you to do is to pay attention to the conversation you're having in your head. Good thinking makes us feel good. Bad, negative thoughts or ruminating about things that happen, that makes us feel bad. So when a situation is happening and you may be feeling a bit anxious, you say, I know I can handle this. I know I can do it. I've done it before. I've had worse times and I made it through. During the time that it's going on, you remember to breathe. You don't take it personally. It may feel personal. Do not take it personally and tell yourself, I can manage this. After, give yourself a pat on the back. If you made it through it, you didn't lose your cool, say, I did that well. Give yourself a pat on the back. Good thinking causes good feelings. Catch the negative thoughts, throw them out. Oh my God, this is terrible, awful. This guy, he's trying to get over on me, whatever it might be. Get that out of there. Say, I have no proof of that. I'm disputing that. That is a thought. It is not a fact. I will manage it. I will get through it. I've done it before. I can do it now. It will work out. All right. The next big piece, and then I'll wrap up here, is assertiveness. So assertiveness means expressing my point of view in a clear way without being aggressive or disrespectful or hurtful to others. So, for example, I tell my spouse or my partner or my best friend or my parent, kid, whoever, I say, I'm going to fix a good dinner tonight. What time will you be home? And I'll make sure it's ready. You say, I'll be home at 6 o'clock. I'm like, okay, great. So I go ahead, I plan, I might even have to shop. I get the food, I prepare a wonderful meal. Everything is nice. I'm ready for you. It's 6 o'clock. 6 o'clock comes and goes. You don't come. 6:15, still not there. 6:30, still not there. 6:45, I'm really beginning to get irritated, frustrated, and maybe concerned. At 7:10, you walk in the door. Where have you been? You said you'd be home at 6 o'clock. I had this meal all prepared. I cooked it all day long. I am so angry with you. Why do I ever do anything for you? And I stomp off. What do you think? How do you feel? I bombarded you with that the minute you walked in the door. What do you feel like? You might feel like, whoa, wait a minute. You might want to walk back out the door. Let me do that again, assertively. Same scenario. I ask you when you're going to be home for the meal. You tell me 6 o'clock. I work on it. I fix it. It's beautiful. 6 o'clock, you're not there. 6:15, not there. 6:30, 6:45. 7:10, you walk in. I said, oh my goodness, I was so concerned. I didn't know if something happened to you. You know what? I wonder, would you be willing the next time just to give me a call, let me know what's happening? That way I know what to do with the food. What do you think? How do you feel then? So assertiveness is saying how I'm feeling, what I need. Not blaming, not shaming, not calling people out. I'm feeling what I need. I'm clear. I'm not disrespectful. Takes a little practice called I statements. And it does make a difference. If we're able to remember to use it, we need to practice. Sometimes I do it well. Sometimes I revert back to old behavior, but I revert back to old behavior less and less, and I move forward into assertive communication more and more. Okay, that's the long and short of anger management today. I hope you have a really good day, and I will talk to you soon. Bye-bye.